episode here on City Line, a whole new segment, and it's called Sinners and Winners. And it's by Colin and Justin, and it's all about the folks that are doing the wrong thing in decor, and then the folks that are doing the right thing. And you guys are doing the right thing because you're helping people. You're fixing the sins and making them
trying.
wins, right?
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to turn your sins into wins. You know, that's the thing. I think we're all playing the game of homes, and you can win at home by having great decor.
I think you can. Let's start with the first sinner, shall we? Take a look at this. So this is a living room space. You can tell it's a little dated. It's a little teal.
Incidentally, that is not the after shot. That's the before shot there. What's interesting about that, though, is that you can see that while they're tasteless, they'd hoovered their way down to Australia. You can see the tram lines on the carpet.
You can.
Anyway, that's the room after correction. And
Beautiful.
I think this is a really good observation in you don't have to spend an awful lot of money. That's a new sofa, two new chairs, and then a paint job and a rug. Even the fireplace is the same as the one that we started with a lick of paint and a little bit of clever dressing. The curtains are from IKEA, trimmed out with gross-grain ribbon either side, so you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's all about spending time and plotting and planning.
Absolutely, and you stuck with blue, but you just toned it down a little bit, right? Yeah. You made it work a little bit more so that you don't have that teal in your face. So, okay, let's take a look at another sinner.
No, look at that. I mean, that is a total sinner. Okay, one of those really lumpy beds that looks like your grandmother's still in it. It's kind of bizarre, you know? And wallpaper that's just best left to the 1970s. Okay, you don't wear platform shoes anymore. You know,
I do.
Well, I
so
do.
don't have that wallpaper. Well, I don't. But you can turn that sinner into a winner by actually adding. So, like, adding features adds value. So we've panelled that room, you know, to give it a bit of kind of a proper design, a beautiful grey and white colour scheme, and then really celebrating the fact that the bed is the epicenter of all the action.
No, it certainly is.
It's the design. In terms of design,
that's what I meant.
In terms of design.
I love it. It's so understated, but like with beautiful style that is timeless.
Yeah,
So we talk about that a lot on the show. If you want something to be timeless, you kind of have to stick to certain elements.
I think so.
Right?
And that particular room was inspired by the late 1970s packaging for Chanel Pour Monsieur, which I think is really lovely, classic white and grey.
Beautiful, I love that.
Let's have another one.
Let's take a look at another sinner, shall we?
Do you know what? That room is so typical of so many of the houses that we correct on our style mission across Canada. Everywhere we go, we see rooms that are oppressive, darkly decorated, with really heavy layers. And I mean that in a loving, caring way.
So dramatic.
I know, right?
So dramatic.
It's like the start of the War of the Worlds.
I know. You couldn't see the little poster over there, but it was, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I
know, right?
I love that.
But you spiced it up.
We really did spice it up here. We did one accent wall of a grey and brown wallpaper.
That wallpaper
really dramatic
awesome.
with the kind of the gold birch on a black backdrop.
Yeah.
Amptical flooring. Do you know, it's really easy to fit. It lasts and lasts for 25 years and it's guaranteed. It's got a low profile. It's a fabulous flooring. And I think that's a really good office space. We don't want to overpower our rooms. It's all about taking stuff away rather than adding too much back.
And what a great way to use wallpaper. So the wallpaper we saw before in the other center, this is too much.
Well, do you know what? Sometimes you've got to be really practical and think, what works within my design sensibilities? What can I do without? The one in that bedroom was just like somebody had vomited. And that's a design term. This one here is ever so much more restrained.
So he's trying to say he didn't like it.
I'm not so keen.
Let's take a look at another center. So we've got a kitchen space here, and it's probably so many folks have seen kitchens like this. It's not even that it's that, you know, awful. It's just that it's a little bit dated.
Yeah, and sometimes that can be a sin as well.
Right.
You know, I think with your home, you got to keep it moving, keep it organic, and change things. And that way, actually, you don't wake up in 15 years' time and say, oh, our house is really dated.
Right.
You know, because you move with the times. Okay, so that is a sinner, but it's really easy to make it a winner. And if you look at the before and after, you'll notice that actually the sink, the fridge, and the cooker haven't moved. You know, and that's the thing, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Right.
And so if you don't have to move those things, you save a lot of money on plumbing, electricity, and you can then spend that on your appliances.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important. The kitchen's the heart of the home, and it's the one room that you really should pay attention to, kitchens and bathrooms, because they're the rooms that are fully fitted, really. And you're likely to do them less seasonally than you are other rooms. And on Game of Homes, the kitchens were such a hot topic. Everybody wanted to make a really good job of the kitchens, so that we voted their room as the winner, so that they won the overall prize at the end of the show, which is the house that they renovated. So
amazingly streamlined, and you know, it's getting to to the point where people just want to live in their kitchens. I mean, everyone's moving. People are moving the
We do
living room
too.
now into the kitchen. It makes sense. That's the function of a kitchen. So the folks that were spending all the time on this show based on the kitchen, did that win them favor?
Do you know what? Totally.
Was that a smart idea?
Everyone was like, okay, we've got to take these walls out because
Yeah.
nobody wants to be enclosed in a small kitchen anymore. It is all about the kitchen, living, dining as
Yeah.
one space. And now, actually, the move is to actually then embrace the garden as well. So that's what's happening across Canada. You want this big, functional, single-level space that's inside and out, all about sharing. Mums and dads don't want to be locked away in the kitchen anymore.
Right.
We've got to liberate everyone.
Absolutely, and make everyone cook.
Exactly.
Yes.
Every single
That's
part of that
part
recipe.
of the proper liberation, I would say. Thank you so much for that. I love that.